Welcome back to Good Day. This kitchen staple dates all the way back to ancient Egypt, where it was an accidental find.
Okay, so now it's a taste people seek out. Sourdough. What is it? Where did it come from? And why is it so popular? Laura Pello has those answers this morning. So Laura, thanks so much. And look at this spread here. So when it comes to sourdough bread, it seems like there's a lot to do. So can you break it all down for us?
There is a lot. That's why I think so many people are intimidated, including myself. I watched hundreds of videos, and I finally just dove right in and called a girlfriend and said, how do I get started? So that's kind of how I got started, I don't know, 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
So this was 3-4 years ago. This was a thing that really took off during the pandemic, right?
Right.
And do you think it has sort of stuck around?
I do. I think people are trying to get back to simpler ways, healthier eating, and it's fun to do. So, and if you've got a love for culinary, that's where you want to get your start. Okay.
And you said this has health benefits as well?
It does.
Yeah, break those down for us.
So if you have type 2 diabetes, say, and the gluten in it breaks down a little bit better. It's also got plenty of probiotics and for your gut health, and it lowers your insulin levels as well.
Okay, so, really good.
If you were going to eat bread, so this would be the bread that you would want.
This would be the bread
to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, love
so
that.
you said it's a big process. Where do we even start? I mean, there's so much on this table. My mind is trying to
wrap around
this.
And it looks like it can get a bit messy, so let's have some fun.
It is extremely messy. Don't put it down your garbage disposal.
Okay, pro tip.
And also, I just want to just mention, so when you go to do your cast iron in the oven, you want to bring it up to temperature to 500 degrees.
Okay.
And always check your cast iron, because you could have a husband that hid your kid's remote in there.
Okay.
And it melted.
Okay. Okay.
Oh so to start off, though, you would need your tools, and I just use a plastic bowl because I feel like it's simpler. And you're going to start off with fed starter. So this was fed this morning, and that means that it's active. Now,
it's alive.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this is your discard, which if you put it in your refrigerator, you don't have to give it as much attention. And you can also make other things with this too. So, like I made the crackers over there.
Okay. Wow.
And this is what you would want to do for your sourdough bread, okay? Your fed starter. And you start off with your all-purpose flour, your bread flour, and your water. Okay. I try to make it simple for the classes that I do, because I feel like it's already overwhelming enough.
It is.
Because it's a lot of steps.
Yeah.
You're using a lot of different things. So this I started this morning. So this would be your stretch and folds, because you want to create the air so you get the high rise.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything we could do right now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So if you want to add your water.
All right. So you're just passing me stuff now.
I am.
So.
And this is the bread flour, so you can add all of that in there.
So does all the water go in here?
It does.
Okay.
In all the bread flour?
Yep.
Okay.
And I use King Arthur's. It's just typically what I use.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, whoops. Making a mess already. That's what sourdough is, right?
It is. It's great.
And then this is
the all-purpose flour.
Okay. All of that goes in?
Yep.
Okay.
And about how much flour is this?
So that's 600 grams. So you measure in grams.
Okay.
And here's the
so you need the food scale. Okay.
Yep. The bread flour is 350, the water 650, and I typically use warm water because it activates it faster.
Okay.
And then you would take your bread hook.
Okay.
Give it a mix.
So you're going to leave this up to me.
It requires some elbow
I'm
grease.
intimidated by sourdough.
So I have to use a little man muscle.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
right.
Okay. All right. It's pretty
You're
easy
doing a
right
great
now.
job.
Wow. How long should he, if you're making sourdough at home, how long should you be mixing for?
So just until the ingredients are incorporated.
Okay.
And then you would let it rest for a half hour. Then you would add 200 grams of your active starter.
Okay.
And 20 grams of salt.
Is it getting tough, Stephen?
Kinda.
Yeah. Look at that. He said this is easy. And now.
So Laura, is this okay?
It's perfect.
Okay, all right.
So then you would just cover it with a wet tea towel, let it rest for a half hour, let your glutens and your ingredients all mix well.
Okay.
And then you would add your starter and your salt. And then after about 15 minutes, you'd start your stretch and folds.
Okay, so
And
it
that-
turns into this.
Yep.
So how long is this entire process? I'm a little winded.
So you do 15 minutes of stretch and folds, then you take it to half hour stretch and folds, then you let it rest for 3 hours.
Wow.
Then you put it in your Banneton basket, floured, put it in the refrigerator for 14 hours.
This is a
process.
long
It is,
process.
but it's very rewarding.
Okay.
Because you're giving yourself something that is a reward. However, it's a better option for your children too, and your family.
And for those classes, when and where and how can people get in contact with
Okay, they can contact me at 419-376-5335, and then I will give you a printout of upcoming classes. Benfield Wines is this coming Friday. I'm excited about that in Swanton. I've had sold out classes at the Flourish Flat in Genoa. I intend to do more for them too. So
this is something that has continued to just become more and more popular.
it is.
Wow.
All right, Laura, thanks so much. Really
Oh, it's
appreciate
my
it.
pleasure. Thank
and
you.
The final product?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Stephen did this.
I did this right
Steven
over
did
here.
this.
Yeah,
5 a.m. this
looks
morning.
phenomenal.
Yeah, he was up, stretching and folding.
Yeah. Laura, thanks so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, don't call it a comeback. While how we listen to music, it has changed. Some things never go out of style.
How one business is keeping old school alive and keeping vinyl's momentum going strong.